Let's go. You guys ready to rock?
Sure.
Let's have fun. Let's bring in our guest. Active Self-Protection over on YouTube. They are, listen, they're a huge channel. They got millions of subscribers. And this guy is the reason why. He's easy on the eyes. Nobody's going to deny that. It's a tall drink of bold water, and we like that around these parts. Keep it going for Mike. Willever. Come on, let's go.
What's going on, boys? How you doing?
Hey.
We're good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate the doff of your cap to indicate that I'm in a safe place with my bald head. I really appreciate that. Very nice.
I got you.
I want you to know, I remember you from I guess, Sirius XM. I was a big Stern fan back in the 80s. In fact, I was a DC 101 guy. This is how far back I go.
Wow, that's way back.
To when he got booted for the Air Florida phone call, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And then someone named Doug Trapp took his place, and it was just a wasteland of morning radio after that. The Grease Man was well, he wasn't Howard Stern, was he? It was not good for a long time. So I'm thrilled to be here. I think Neil, our CMO, Neil Widener, I think he's watching. I'm pretty sure he arranged this because he's trying to get me fired. I'm almost certain that's what's going on here.
Well, he booked you on the right show for that.
I'm saying.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, though, I heard through the grapevine that one of your dreams is to do stand-up comedy.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll say this about that. I understand that doing stand-up comedy is not being the funny guy in the office or the funniest guy all your friends know. Right. I am that guy. I'm the funniest guy all my friends know. You can ask John or Neil that. And I did one brief stand-up set on the back porch of a house at our annual conference a couple of years ago, and Neil thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. His ribs hurt the next day, the whole 9 yards. But I've yet to actually work up the courage to go do an open mic. I live in Tucson. It's not the biggest stand-up, hub in the world. It's not Austin or New York or LA, but
they have a nice club out there.
I think
Oh yeah,
in Tucson. Yeah, what's it called? I forgot.
It's not Stand Up Live, is it?
No, I forget.
Or Levy? It's not Levity, is it?
No, there's a stand-up live up in Phoenix. I'm pretty sure. I get every once in a while.
Shit, I did that place. I know what you Cooper's.
It's not a House O Laughs or the Ha Ha Hee Hee Hut.
Yeah, why do they all have such stupid names? By the way, since I'm not a stand-up comedian, I can make fun of all the hilarity and the funny bone and the hootie hoo and whatever else.
Was it a little much? Was it Tags? That's a chain.
We have Laughs. Laughs. Laughs.
Yeah.
That's
maybe. Probably the one.
The fact that I haven't heard of it doesn't mean very much.
Some of the other clubs with not as funny names closed down early, like Holocaust. That one
Holocaust did not take off. Did not take off.
No. Open Wrists.
Yeah. remember that one in
Open Wrist, Open Mic was pretty good though.
Yeah.
One took off though in Philly. If you don't like it, leave. That one people actually like.
That's the most Philly name of a club I've ever heard in my life. So you guys watch training videos. If you remind me, I will send your producer. I think Joe's your producer, right? Is that his title? I don't know.
Yes. Do you have any videos, Joe?
Yeah, we do.
I will send him some of the funniest old police training videos you've ever seen. I mean, they are genuinely hilarious.
Oh, great!
From the 50s and 60s, LAPD, NYPD.
Yeah, I would love that.
That are inadvertently hilarious. I think you guys would probably get a kick out of those.
Yeah, you guys watch some body cam footage stuff too as well.
Yeah, that's mainly where I come in on the channel. So John started the channel over a decade ago, and it was he kind of fell into it. And the idea was that he's the John Madden of on-camera violence. He will take a surveillance video of usually of a crime in progress, usually a mugging or what a carjacking or whatever, and he will break it down for people in a way that kind of no one else has ever done. And when I retired from being a federal agent, I went to work for John, and my job is to twice a week I'm on there breaking down badge cam and dash cam video of police officers and sheriff's deputies and kind of talking about what they did right. Unfortunately, frequently lately, what they did wrong is almost as frequently the case. I hate to say, but that's just, that's what we do. The idea being, cops will watch these and get some training points, and the general public will watch them and kind of get some insight into why the cop does what he does, why he shows up and he's already at 11 when it seems like there's no call for that, and just kind of give some people some insight into kind of what law enforcement does and why
What you said? Federal agent. Where'd you work?
I was a special agent for Homeland Security investigations. So it's kind
Okay.
of like the FBI, only we do our main thrust is anything that comes into or leaves the country that's our nexus. So,
Okay.
drugs, guns, transnational gang members, cartels. I worked all that kind of stuff for 25 years with the feds. And
Wow. Did you ever feel that you were in real danger at any point
besides tonight coming on here?
But besides danger of being fired for being on this show? No, not at all. No, yeah. I mean, I probably the most dangerous stuff I did was gangs. I did gangs for a long time in Southern California, and it was street level stuff for a long time. And so, yeah,
I can't believe you didn't fit in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Can you believe it?
I do have a little video. I wanted to give you guys an idea of what Mike does on their channel. So I have a little 1-minute video, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Catchy, right? Music.
I am your host, John Correa.
I'm your co-host, Mike Willever. Today's video comes to us from Farmington.
Do you guys like each other? Doesn't look like you do.
Yeah.
We love each other. We're actually best friends. I've known John for 25 years or so.
Okay. All right.
Are you
Tell
jealous
John
that his beard is longer? Do you ever have any fights over that?
He's actually lost the beard since then, by the way. So he's totally different. You wouldn't recognize him.
Tell John you can protect people and smile. It's okay.
He's a happy-go-lucky guy. You got to meet him in person. This might have been a serious topic. I'm not sure which video this is. So
Mike's clearly terrified of John. He keeps covering before he goes. He's great. He loves. He's the first one to tell jokes. Yeah. Look at John. John's taking my soul right now with that stare. He's a mean guy.
Where?
Utah.
Almost remembered it.
For that, I think we should commend him, Mike.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yep, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. Well, I just said it again. And this, again, I have nothing to add to that. That was perfectly stated. I would say 100% to that, John. Let me get myself all lubed up, because nobody wants to fight the shirtless guy. Nobody wants to fight the naked guy. And really, nobody wants to fight the shirtless guy covered in slimy lubricant that makes him hard to get a grasp on. But that's just...
Yep.
That's
all accurate.
That's all. I mean, that theory is as old as time. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to fight a naked guy, especially a lubed up one.
No, only had to do it once. He wasn't lubed up, but he was on PCP. So he said things like "arrest me harder." That was the thing that came out of his mouth.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
that sounds like something a cop would love to hear.
Right?
Yeah.
You would think so. Now, he decided to take PCP and wander in the middle of the day in Ocean City, Maryland, to wander into the Atlantic buck naked and then mill about on the beach. And he was shocked that someone advised law enforcement of his presence there. And then when we showed up, the predictable happened. And he was on PCP. And it's true what they say. It just kills all your nerves. You can't feel anything. Literally cannot feel pain. So pain compliance things, which is what cops use to get people to comply.
Right.
Yeah.
None of that works. And so, it's interesting.
Wow. I was a dog whisperer way before Cesar Milan crowded into my neighborhood.
You're good with dogs? Is that what I'm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the guy they would send to check on the screaming Rottweiler or pit bull, see if he actually meant it or not. That was kind of
I gotta get him on my show.
Yeah, there's a guy named Rob that we
likes
dogs.
Rob
Bichon Freeze.
Yeah, we need to show you some footage of his petting technique, and I'd like you to rate that for me as well.
Oh boy.
Mac, where do you put your fingers when you're petting a dog?
This is all joking, of course. No dogs are harmed on Rob's show.
They love it. They ask for it.
They love it.
I got nothing, actually. Did you just say butthole checking?
Man, you're a pro. I love it, Mike. Let's go.
Do I have to thank Joe for that supercut?
You said you're a big Stern fan. You remember Stuttering John?
Yeah, I didn't listen to him that much once he moved to satellite. I was too poor to afford satellite radio, frankly, in my young years. I was in San Diego with 4 kids on a government salary. But I remember John, Jackie, all the guys from back and this is like, I gotta say, like mid to late 80s. He was on in DC. Robin was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened every morning as often as I could. I mean, I high school, junior high school, so listened as often as I possibly could. But
are you familiar with anything about John since the Stern Show and the Tonight Show?
No, actually, I'm not. Although I did watch a couple of your episodes, and it seems like there is some I don't know what you call it, beef, or whatever with John. I never quite understood his role exactly on the show, other than to be made fun of a
phone
lot.
screener. He was a phone. He was a receptionist, basically. You know, call screener.
That's like when they put the person who doesn't speak English like at the drive-through on the window and the microphone. Like I love you. I'm glad you're here, but I really just need to order as quickly as possible. They put John as a phone screener. That makes all the sense in the world, actually. They put John as a phone screener.
I mean, I put in a lot of time working with Wack Packers, and you know, after doing this show and covering him for a number of years now, he's in the top 3 of the greatest Wack Packers of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, let me give you an example. There's so much content this guy gives just by hitting go live, right? He's not trying to be entertaining. And when he does, he's anything but entertaining.
Right.
When he doesn't try, he's the most entertaining, to the point where we did an award show a couple years ago called the Dabbies, because he's known as the Dabbler. And this was one of the categories. This will give you an idea of what John's been up to. Here, check it out.
That's right. I did the treadmill, and I was perfect.
Now, first of all, just appearance-wise, how's he looking?
Drunk. I mean, other than drunk.
Yeah, you're right.
If you pulled him over, you wouldn't even need to give him a breathalyzer, right?
It's great having a federal agent here because they can spot that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 100%. He's absolutely hammered. He's absolutely shit-faced. But other than that, I mean, he looks good,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that a lot.
Could you smell him from the screen? Is that how you figured it out?
Sure. Yeah, it's like sour. It's a sour sort of stale booze kind of a smell I'm getting out of that. And
you nailed it.
I'm calling a traffic unit immediately to come deal with this guy because I don't do DUI stops.
There we go.
No cocky fucking heart here.
Probably broke down a few doors and saw this when you got in, huh?
Maybe because I lived a good life.
But,
you know,
it can't just be Coors Light, right? It's got to have some shooters in his pocket or something.
Well, he does at least 18 a night. So that's on an off night.
Impressive.
Hold on.
Oh.
You know, there's no homophobia, no trans hate.
No.
And that's certainly not the same as
these were the Dabby Awards. This was
this is the best picture category of the Dabbies. This is grossest moment, and just imagine 300 people screaming and dry heaving in unison.
Nope. I would never give out anyone's private information. I wouldn't threaten women. The only thing I'm threatening is a lawsuit. I have the money. You might call it frivolous, but I'm not going to take it. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Let me ask you, Mike. Do alcoholics and drunks and just, deadbeats, are they always talking about lawsuits? Are they always threatening to sue people? I feel like
attendant to alcoholism is frequently delusions of grandeur or sort of, I'm being serious, actually. It's sort of this idea that you're more important than you are, and the things that you're saying are very profound and important when they're nonsensical. And is there any way to get that off my screen? That is not a good look at all. Hold on.
He cleans it.
He doesn't have any nerve endings here on the actual hair, but good Lord, that's
now in the law enforcement world. Would you call that snots fired?
Perhaps.
What's the code on the radio that you throw out when you pull this guy over?
Snots fired is probably very accurate. I can't top it right now, honestly, and I'm pretty quick-witted, but that's very good. Snots fired is accurate. Yeah.
Well, good news. Good news. He cleans this up. So.
Oh no.
Blow your nose, John.
Oh!
I'm just trying to help you out.
No, he gets it right here.
So do this for your. Do that for your.
He went the wrong way. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to help you out here.
That's either now that's either a shirt or a towel, Mike.
It's all good, bro. It happens. Shit.
Like a shirt, yeah.
So listen, I wanted
that
to say
guy calls everyone on this screen losers. Just so you know. Go ahead.
So what
Mike.
what happened with you guys? Did you get along before, and you're falling out, or what?
Yeah, let me make this point because you made a great point, Mike. Is that I don't know if we've really covered that. Is that when you drink that much, you do have that delusion of grandeur, where you think you're always right. You have the most profound thoughts. But he is a narcissist, like a dyed-in-the-wool narcissist. So we never even add the alcohol grandeur on top of that. That's what makes him what he is.
You're right. We never factored that in, taking it up to 22 on the scale.
Wow. If I never had any thoughts of trying to grow a mustache, and I can't, I look like a French waiter. It's bad. It's a bad. This whole thing here is a no-go. It's the Irish.
Yeah.
Second to Irish curses is the no mustache hair. But if I was thinking about it, just that, I'll never forget that freeze drop in my mind now of a giant right here. And that's, so yeah, no mustache for me. Especially if you can get stuck in your beard and not know it. That's way worse.
There were still other two more or three more nominees too. I mean, that wasn't the end of the category, but I like you and I'll cut you some slack.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. What happened? What happened between us? He used to put me on hold when I used to call into the Stern Show before I ever worked there back when I lived in Vegas. And then when I got hired at Sirius, again, we had no contact. I didn't go on and say anything about him. He was doing his podcast where he was trashing Howard and everybody, this bitter, angry guy who doesn't work there anymore, shitting on everybody, kind of being John the way he always was, Right. And then I started spreading rumors because this video leaked of a big meeting Howard put together, the summit meeting, and he started saying that I recorded it and I gave him the tape, and I took that as like, this guy's trying to get me fired from my gig, and so I again said nothing, left Howard during COVID, started doing a podcast, started going on my buddy Karl's show, who used to do a segment about John in every episode. And I still turned it down over and over again. Finally decided, fuck it. Let's talk some shit. And since then, we put together the Uncle Rico show, some comedian friends, and we have an archive of content that we haven't even gotten to, not to mention the 600 plus episodes we've already done, where it's just taking his show, our boy Joe, our boy Andy back there, they will chop it up, trim the fat, and we watch it for the first time together. And roast, bust balls. It's what we love to do.
Have to check that out. So our CMO Neil, whose idea it was for me to come on the show. So he's my stuttering John, is what you're telling me. He's trying to get me fired. So it's not a dissimilar situation entirely.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Watch your back with that, Neil. I'm gonna tell you that.
Neil's watching. Neil, I didn't say it. Shuli said it. So
I'm on to you, Neil.
Fan.
I'm on to you.
Will.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.